Owen Hussein here from FightHype.com, and I'm here with the British Commonwealth champ, looking fresh with them grills in. Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence, how you doing, man? How's things?
I'm good. You know, just preparing for Saturday. Everything's gone well, so just looking forward to it.
Obviously, Saturday night came into place because of the Manchester event show that didn't take place. Obviously, your opponent Jack Massey pulling out. Was there any readjustments you had to do for this fight, or is it just carry on the camp as usual and just wait?
Yeah, that's it. We hadn't got to the make and weight part, so it was all right. So I just carried on training as usual. The stuff I'm doing with Shane at the moment isn't about who I'm fighting. It's about myself, my positions, all that kind of stuff.
And this sort of partnership that you've got with Shane, the partnership that you've got with Shane at the moment, it seems to be one that seems to be exciting a lot of people to see what, you know, where you go, because you're still a very raw fighter. Do you agree with that? That you're
I'm definitely a raw fighter, but the raw ingredients I've got are very effective. So it's good to see what could happen when it's shaped in the right way. In terms of, like I said, it's all about positioning. It's all about like dominating without having to force the action. So I'm looking forward to it.
And what do you make of Shane so far? Like, you've only just hooked up quite recently, so what do you make of him as a trainer?
Really smart, really intelligent trainer in terms of when I'm sparring, what to do next, breaking down my opponent's movements, what movements I should do to counteract it, that kind of stuff, which goes a long way.
I want to talk about your sort of roots. There's another opponent on this card in Richard Riakporhe that's fighting, and I can remember I think when you fought Whyte Camacho, I was stood next to Rich and he goes, I should be fighting him soon. Is that the fight that, you know, at some point you guys are going to collide if you keep on winning?
Yeah, like I said, it depends. Can he get past Chris on the weekend? Chris is the young, hungry, the same age, same record. It's a good fight. Whoever would have won that fight, if I wasn't in Chris's camp, would have been who I'd be looking to fight from Britain if I was going to fight anyone, because I put them as number 2 and number 3 in Britain at cruiserweight. So I don't really look at Richard as an opponent, as in like that's what I want, but I look at him as a potential opponent, because if he's able to win on Saturday, he's got the second best resume in my opinion in Britain. Same way if Chris is able to beat him, Chris has got the second best. So then if Chris was to win, I'll leave the British title for Chris. Chris, you can go on and win that against someone else, and then I'll go on to European. If not, then I'll go for the European regardless, but that's it.
How do you see that fight playing out then? Because Chris Smith's your stablemate, you've seen him train, I'm sure you must have sparred him at some point. And Richard Riakporhe, you know both fighters, you've talked about a sparring sort of session there. So talk to me about what might happen on the night.
Chris stops Riakporhe in one round.
Is that how you see it?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's talk about your route though. Lebedev seems to have vacated his title and sort of called it a day. And there's a lot of talk with you being number 2 in
I don't know, you know.
But it seems like you're very high up in that ranking. If you think about it, this is going to be your 13th fight. Potentially for your 14th or 15th fight, you could be fighting for a world title.
I think it will be 15th, probably 15th, 16th. The reason I say that, I win this one, the European title I'm mandatory for. So I'd like to go in against the European champion. So I've won the British, Commonwealth, European, and then the world title. Do you know what I mean? With a little bit more experience, because the European champion's a beast. So I look forward to that.
If you have a look at your route and what Anthony Joshua has done, for example, it seems to be very similar. Anthony Joshua took the world title fight, very young in regards to the amount of professional fights he had. A lot of people were saying the Klitschko fight might be too early for him, and he proved them wrong. Even the Charles Martin fight, a world title fight at that stage, but he proved them wrong. Is that the same sort of route that you want to take?
It's way, isn't it? I'm not taking it because of AJ, but if that's what the opportunity is proposed, that's what the opportunity is proposed. And when you're young and you're hungry, you should do. So I'm going to do.
2 final questions. Same night as your fight. There's a big fight out in America between Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. Just want your prediction on that fight. Who do you see winning that fight?
Manny Pacquiao probably. Because Keith Thurman's coming off a layoff. Well, he's had a fight back since, but he didn't look amazing in it. And yeah, I just think the speed, and if Pacquiao's anything like he's been, it'll be too much for him. But if not, then Thurman might land something crazy and end it. And
just finally, some sad news broke out yesterday. It was Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea, was involved in a car crash and unfortunately passed away. I just want to ask you about Pernell Whitaker. Did you get to see much of him? Did you get to see many highlights of him? And if so, what did you make of him as a fighter?
No, I definitely saw a lot of his highlights, but I watched him more for entertainment. I don't think I could ever emulate some of the stuff he does or did. But ultimately, yeah, he's one of the old school fighters. You know, that school of fighters, they're dying out now. We've got a new school. Obviously, I'm part of that new school. But you look back at the old school and think, how would we have ever been able to cope with those kind of fighters? But, you know, obviously, RIP to him. He did a lot for boxing, and I wish him the best in the next life.
Lawrence, thank you very much. Talk to fight.com. Good luck on Saturday night. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you.